are tuned in to the NUC NFL Draft Bible Players Spotlight Show.
Welcome back to the NUC NFL Draft Bibles Players Spotlight Show. I am your host, Chris Shanafelt, and we are presented by the College Gridiron Showcase. To nominate a player for the third annual College Gridiron Showcase and Symposium, log on to cgsallstar.com. Stay tuned for our 2017 College Gridiron Showcase watch list presented by the NUC NFL Draft Bible, which will be posted immediately following the 2016 NFL Draft. Follow College Gridiron Showcase on Twitter at CGSAllstar. The College Gridiron Showcase, it's not where you play, it's how you play. And joining the Player Spotlight Show now is DJ Hunter, the safety / linebacker out of Marshall. DJ, we appreciate you taking some time today. How's this pre-draft process been treating you as we are now exactly 2 weeks away from the start of the 2016 NFL Draft?
It's been treating me good. I really can't complain. God gave me some opportunities, and I feel like I ran away with them.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Your name has certainly been generating quite a bit of buzz over the last month or so. And just taking a look at this past season, the Marshall Thundering Herd, you guys finished 10-3. You guys defeated UConn in the St. Petersburg Bowl. And really one of the first things related to the draft process for you, DJ, was that you were able to take part in the College Gridiron Showcase in Bedford, Texas. Can you just talk about that experience and what it was like to play with and against some of the top players in the country from some of the top programs in the nation?
Oh, yes, sir. That was a great experience for me, I went out there and I met some good guys. Lee Hightower, the safety from Houston, he was a good guy. Andrew Adams from UConn, which I played against in the bowl game. And then Alex Wells, there's a safety from Temple. It was all good players, all conference players, so it was good to just go out and compete and show what I could do with those guys from other schools and big conferences.
Yeah, tons of talent, no doubt about it. And really from there, DJ, you've been doing a lot of training for your pro day. Who got you ready to blow up your pro day the way that you did?
Cliff Marshall at Ignition. It's a first-class organization. We call ourselves the Blue Collar Crew. We're just going to come in every day with our lunch pail and just go hard at work. Luke Kuechly works out there, Sean Williams from the Bengals, Tyler Eifert. It's a lot of good guys that go there, and then every single year you just tend to get results. My roommate went there last year. That really got me on the spot to go there. His name was Daryl Roberts. He got drafted by the New England Patriots, blew his pro day up last year, and then I just was like, yeah, I just have to go there. So all that credit goes to God first, but Ignition, man, it's a great place. So if anybody wants to find a place that's going to come work hard every single day and just get great results, because it's proven. Cliff Marshall at Ignition at Cincinnati, Ohio.
And that's a fact right there. It is certainly proven. I mean, taking a look at your numbers from your pro day, your 4.37 40-yard dash, 39-inch vert, and 10-10 broad jump would have been the second best in each of those categories out of all the safeties that participated in the NFL Combine down in Indianapolis. You also had a 6.88 3-cone and 14 reps of 225 pounds on the bench. Again, very impressive. Are any of those personal bests? I mean, did you have any idea that you would put up those type of numbers at your pro day?
I always felt like I could do what I did at pro day, so I didn't want to put no doubt in my mind at the end of the day because I knew I had to do it. Like, it was just something I had to do. I knew I had to put on a good show at pro day to get people to go back and look at me like, oh, who is this guy from Marshall University? Like I did at the All-Star game. Like, that's how I got my workout with the 49ers. I went out there and played real hard at the Gridiron Showcase. The San Francisco 49ers noticed me, and then he was like, yeah, I came to watch you play a game at FIU. And then I did good out there. He came back and worked me out, too. I had a workout with 49ers in Seattle, too. So I just knew that I had to go do what I had to do. I knew I had to train hard. I knew I had to have a good pro day. And then everything else just falling in the line for me. But I thought I could do what I did on pro day because I've done it before.
There you go, and I've read nothing but good things about how you performed in the positional drills as well. Was there any questions about your game that you wanted to answer in front of the scouts? Was there anything that you wanted to show the scouts and prove them that you were capable of doing what they may have questioned?
Yes, sir. I just felt like I just wanted to go out there and just catch the ball. I made sure I caught every single ball when I had my private workouts. Just show them that I could backpedal, get out my backpedal, show them I got range, that I can pretty much just do anything that they really ask me to do as far as special teams and defense or whatever it is they need me to do. I can do it because I just feel like I did what I had to do for my team. You know, we had a good team. We had a lot of talent. And with every opportunity, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to just make my plays, you know. We had a lot of good players on our team, and whatever the coaches asked me to do, line up at Sam linebacker or our rover position, I go out there and I did it, and I had some success at it. And then we won a lot of games because of it.
Mm-hmm. And already you've mentioned the San Francisco 49ers, the Seattle Seahawks as teams that you've met with, you've worked out with. Any other visits or workouts scheduled?
I'm going to work out for the Cincinnati Bengals on Monday, too. So I'm going to work out for them, so that will make San Francisco. And then maybe the Eagles, they told me they might wanted to work me out, too, after Pro Day because it was the running back coach there. They were there to see our running back, great running back we have, Devin Johnson. And he just somehow noticed me once when I blew up Pro Day. Deuce Staley was a scout. He was like, man, I'm going to give you my number. So he texted me and everything. He said, yeah, man, we might want to work you out and everything. And I was like, okay, sounds good. So maybe the Eagles, too. I've heard from a lot of teams. A lot of teams are interested, so that's a good thing. So I'm happy about that.
Yeah, there you go, and that's how you know you had a very productive day and a very successful day when a running backs coach, kind of notices you and kind of wants to get your information there to pass along to the other scouts and coaches there in that Eagles organization. That's absolutely fantastic. What do you think the level of interest was for you prior to your pro day, and do you feel that there's more interest in you now that you put up those eye-opening numbers?
Truthfully, I'm not even sure what the level of interest was because last year, my cornerback, Darryl Roberts, that had got drafted in the 7th round to the Patriots, he was like the 140th safety before his pro day. And then he had jumped down to one of the top corners in the draft off of his pro day. So I already know coming from Marshall, even though we win a lot of games every single year, we still kind of get overlooked, even though we have one of the best defenses in the conference, if not the best defense every year. We played every bowl game I played in, we won. We won 10 or more games every single year, but still at the same time, we just somehow get overlooked, just like our linebacker, Neville Hewitt, plays for the Miami Dolphins now that came out last year that was on our team too. He went to Miami Dolphins, and he ended up starting, just like Darryl Roberts before the end of the year. He was starting at corner for the Patriots until he broke his wrist in preseason. So we already knew we had to put up good numbers to get our attention out there.
Yeah, no doubt about it, and you did exactly that. You even named off a few of your former teammates now in the league. And you mentioned that you guys, for whatever reason, you guys get overlooked, and it's absolutely true. You guys at Marshall, you guys really in the Conference USA, and there's tons of talent there. I mean, you got your, Marshall, who, like you said, you guys have had a lot of success over the last few years. Western Kentucky has picked it up. There's a couple of prospects coming out of there. Louisiana Tech, they have a standout running back this year. Of course, quarterback Jeff Driscoll as well. And even Southern Miss has quite a couple guys coming out this year as well. I mean, is there anything that you could really put your finger on and say this might be the reason why we're being overlooked, or do you have no idea as well?
Yeah, no, sir, I have no clue why we're getting overlooked because we produce every single year on the field, like whether that's winning bowl games or just championships, Since I've been there, all I know is winning. Like every single year, all we done was win games and worked hard every single day. We got great coaches, great coaching staff, and we got great players, and it shows once they get their opportunity. But at the same time, we still get overlooked. Sad to say, but it's just something we can't control. It's just something we can't really feed into. But just when you get your opportunity, whether it is an all-star game or pro day, like I did, you just got to go out there and just give it all you got. Just make them believe that you want it bad, because that's what everybody said about me at the all-star game. That's all I heard. People in the stands, yeah, man, you're playing like you're playing on Sundays, man. You're flying around here every single day. I was like, man, I have to. Like, I have no choice.
Yeah, tons of talent there in the Conference USA, including who we're joined by now on the NUC NFL Draft Bible Players Spotlight Show presented by the College Gridiron Showcase. He's DJ Hunter, the safety out of Marshall, the 2016 NFL Draft prospect. And DJ, taking a look at your Marshall career, you came in as a linebacker, and your redshirt freshman year, you started all 11 games. You racked up over 100 tackles. You were named to the Conference USA All-Freshman team. And then the following year as a sophomore, you moved to the defensive backfield to play safety. And then your final 2 years, you moved back to outside linebacker. Did it ever matter where you were going to be lining up at, or did you know that no matter what, you're going to have a positive impact on the defense?
Yes, sir. I mean, it really didn't matter to me where I wanted to play because, you know, like you said, I came in my freshman year. I was freshman all-conference, freshman all-American, blessed to have that. You know, it was only 3 freshman all-Americans at our school, unfortunately, because we got a lot of talent, like I always say. But I became the 3rd freshman all-American in school history, made the all-American wall, and then I moved back to safety. It was okay. I liked it. I enjoyed it. But Grover was really where I liked playing. But I'll play anything. I like being in the mess. I like being physical, getting up to it, and just being in the game more. I feel like that's what I liked more about playing our outside linebacker Rover spot. Like I could just be fast and play and get to the ball, make tackles, and just be involved in everything. Because I know when I was at safety, I was getting jealous. I was like, oh, man, look at our nickel making all those plays. I was like, oh, man, I got to get back down there. I got to get into action.
Yeah, and you know what, you absolutely did that, and you know that actually brings me to my next question. I mean, how do you think NFL teams are looking at your skill set? I mean, how do you think they think that it'll translate to the next level? Do you think more teams are seeing you as, you know, kind of more as that rover kind of position, kind of the Deion Buchanan type safety of the Arizona Cardinals, who really spends most of his time there in the box and is essentially a hybrid safety / linebacker, or do you think more teams may want to see you more as a traditional safety at the pro level?
Truthfully, I'm not even sure, but I flashed that speed with a 4.3. You know, it's only 2 people in the NFL combine that ran a 4.3, or just at safety right now. Me and the guy from Clemson, he ran a 4.3 also, a safety. So I just probably showed him that I can run with pretty much anybody. And with that, so hopefully I'm not even sure what they want me to do, but whatever they'd ask me to do, I do it. But I'm going to start off really trying to make my name on special teams, coming out there being a great special teams player, and then whatever they want me to do on defense, I'll do that also.
Yeah, special teams obviously very crucial, especially for a mid to late round guy like yourself. Again, we're only 2 weeks away from the 2016 NFL Draft. I mean, as a guy that kind of covers the draft now, DJ, it really just comes and goes super quick. I don't know about somebody who's actually going through the draft process themselves, but I absolutely cannot believe that we're already hitting the home stretch here, and we're just 2 weeks away from the draft. It's absolutely insane. If you could sing out one game and tell a scout to go back and watch, what game do you think that would be and why?
For my senior year, I'd have to say probably either Norfolk, because it was a great game for me, or FIU. That was a good game for me, too. That ended up being the game the San Francisco 49ers ended up coming to also, one of my best games. So everything just been falling in line with the San Francisco 49ers, but between those 2 games, I felt like I just made a real big impact that game. There was a lot of base, a lot of joker package games. So, and those was my main packages I played. I played those 2 packages out of the 3 we played.
49ers coming up quite often, man. That might be a sign right there. I'm sure you wouldn't mind playing in San Francisco. When did it become more clear that a professional football career may be in your future? I mean, obviously, Marshall, you guys have produced quite a few guys that made it to the next level. I got to think it's always been your dream. But when did you realize that you had a legit shot at making football your job?
It's, like you just said, it's always been everybody's dream to go play in the NFL, but you never know. That's the whole thing about college football and everything is the unknown. You don't know what's going to go on, so that's why I just really made sure that I had a good pro day. And after pro day, I'll take it back to the All-Star game. I was doing well at the All-Star game, and then the Patriots texted me for a meeting or an interview. I said, the New England Patriots, I'm across the street at the gas station. I said, oh, yeah, I'm on my way right now. I'm running through traffic trying to get back to the interview. So then is what I really knew. Okay, man, I might have a legit shot. And then after they called me, the St. Louis Rams called me like, yeah, man, I want to talk to you. And then when I was in there, the Miami Dolphins talked to me. Then after that, I had talked to the Oakland Raiders. So I'm like, oh man, this thing is really happening right now. It's really happening right now. And then after that, I went to Pro Day, blew Pro Day up, and then I had talked to the Eagles right after that. And then after the Eagles, I had just talked to. I heard so many teams were just interested, like maybe the Vikings, the Chiefs, Titans, Saints. I'm like, oh man, this really might happen. And then I seen one morning I woke up, I had an NFL.com profile. I was like, oh man, I'm at NFL.com. And then another article, 16 draft sleepers who use Pro Day to get NFL attention on NFL.com. I was like, oh man, I'm at an NFL.com article. It's just everything is just surreal to you when you be like, oh man, I really got a shot at doing this. So it's just crazy that everything is just falling into line.
It's absolutely awesome to hear the excitement in your voice. And, I know if I were going through this, I'd probably have the same excitement as you. I mean, growing up playing Madden, I'm creating my own character, and then finally one day, you don't have to create your own character anymore. You're already there in the game on your team. That's really, it's just really cool to kind of hear the excitement from a player that will be on an NFL roster here in about 2 weeks. DJ, give us a brief scouting report on yourself if you can. I mean, what would you say is your biggest strength, and what is one thing that you feel that you can still work on to improve? I feel like I'm just a fast, physical guy, like being around the action. I'm going to fly around the field, and then I'm going to just do what the coaches ask me to do, My strength, sometimes I might need to slow down too much. Don't make the crazy play. Just calm down, make the safe tackle. Don't try to make the big hit. Just make a safe tackle. Just get them down, But as far as everything else, I'm just willing to do anything that they want me to do. Nothing more, nothing less. I'm just here to make the team better every day, and I'm going to come out and I'm going to go hard, because I'm going to go hard every single day. I won the Defensive Gridiron Player of the Year award for our team, so they knew I'm going to come hard every day, so that's the same thing I do in the league. And is there a current or maybe a former NFL player that over the years you've tried to mold yourself after? I mean, maybe take bits and pieces of their game and add it onto your own?
I probably wouldn't say that, but my favorite player, hands down and forever will be my favorite player, is Sean Taylor. I just like the way he plays the game, and he was just big like a linebacker, played safety, and was fast like a corner. So it was just crazy. I was like, oh man, this guy is the best player in the world. So that's my favorite player right there. That's probably who I look up to the most.
And whenever I hear the name Sean Taylor, one word that comes to mind is relentless. I mean, that is the guy that absolutely left it all on the field, and you knew that he was going to give it all that he had. Final question for you, DJ. It's been a lot of fun chatting with you. Let's say we have all 32 NFL general managers tuned into this very interview. Why should they want the safety/linebacker out of Marshall, DJ Hunter, a part of their team?
Because I'm going to just come to work every day, Like we said at Ignition from Coach Cliff Marshall, bro, I'm gonna be a blue collar guy. I'm gonna come to work every day, and I'm gonna just work hard every single day. I ain't gonna let no day get by where I feel like I didn't get better. And then whatever the team need me to do, that's what I'm gonna do.
There you have it. DJ, it's really been a lot of fun chatting with you. I'm glad we were able to do this, and I'm certainly wishing you all the best as, again, we're only 2 weeks away from seeing your dream come true, man.
All right, thank you. I appreciate the time.
There he goes, DJ Hunter out of Marshall. If you haven't heard of him, hurry up. Go to Google, go to YouTube. Search DJ Hunter and take a look at any of the game film that's out there. His highlight tape is absolutely just a treat to watch. And, again, he's a College Gridiron Showcase alum and a player that's doing very well for himself. I don't think that there's many players out there that have really knocked the pre-draft process out of the park more than DJ Hunter. Again, really just blew it out of the water at that Marshall Pro Day. A 4.37 40-yard dash, 39-inch vert, 10-10 broad jump, and 6.88 three-cone, and 14 reps of 225 pounds. It was really all over the field over there at Marshall. Certainly, if you watch any of their defensive film, you will see number 22 show up and is always around the football. And, a guy that probably projects as a safety at the next level, but, really a guy that no matter where he's at on the football field, he's proven it already at Marshall that he will have an impact. And he even spoke on the importance of, playing special teams and knowing that he'll probably have to have a role there early on in his career, and he has no problem with that. Certainly a guy that has been really making a lot of noise in this pre-draft process, and is going to be a guy to, really be fun to look out for and see where he lands. He already mentioned quite a few teams showing interest, already worked out with it and met with the San Francisco 49ers, the Seattle Seahawks, the Philadelphia Eagles seem to be showing some interest in him as well. So this will be a guy that will be in a training camp near you on an NFL roster. Again, special thanks to DJ Hunter out of Marshall for calling into the NUC NFL Draft Bible Player Spotlight Show. Again, to nominate a player for the third annual College Gridiron Showcase and Symposium, log on to cgsallstar.com. Stay tuned for our 2017 College Gridiron Showcase watch list presented by the NUC NFL Draft Bible, which will be posted immediately following the 2016 NFL Draft. Follow College Gridiron Showcase on Twitter at CGSAllstar. The College Gridiron Showcase, it's not where you play, it's how you play. And, again, thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And, again, special thanks to DJ Hunter out of Marshall for calling in. Until next time, take care.